This is the Giant Propel Advanced disc. Giant have taken their Aero road bike completely back to the drawing board for 2018, the most obvious addition being disc brakes. Everyone's going disc brakes for 2018 if they haven't already, and Giant are no exception to that. So we've got several new models from Giant in this range. At the top level we've got the Propel Advanced SL disc, then just below that we've got the Advanced Pro disc, and then we've got this one, the Propel Advanced disc. Giant say this bike's been in development for 3 years with their team of engineers, the Team Sunweb, the pro riders, and also the engineers at the wind tunnel helping them out. One of the interesting things about development, according to Giant, is that they used a dynamic mannequin on the bike in the wind tunnel. By that they mean a mannequin that actually moves, so moving legs, so therefore the cranks move, the wheels are spinning. The idea, of course, is that you end up with very realistic results, according to Giant. What Giant have ended up with here is a bike with new frame profiles, integrated disc brake design, a new Aero handlebar and stem system. They've also got internal cable routing pretty much throughout, and an Aero wheel set which is all Giant's own. Taking the frame profiles first, Giant are describing this as a truncated ellipse airfoil shape. So what you've got is a tube shape that's designed to slip through the wind at a wide range of different yaw angles, but as with so many other Aero road bike designs, the back of the tube has been cut off square, it's been truncated. The idea, of course, is to save weight, stick within the UCI rules, and also to make sure the bike handles well in crosswinds, it doesn't get caught and adversely affect the handling. Now, another of the key features is, as I mentioned up top, this bike comes with disc brakes. Aero road bikes with disc brakes has been a thing for the last couple of years, probably, maybe a little longer. Traditionally, we've thought of disc brakes as having a negative effect on the aerodynamic efficiency of a bike, but Giant flipped that on its head. They reckon that properly integrated, a bike with discs can actually have an advantage over a rim brake bike because, well, a couple of things really. You've got a cleaner area at the top of the fork around the crown area, and the other thing is that they can hide the disc brake caliper away right behind the leg of the fork there. So their results suggest that a bike with disc brakes can actually be more aerodynamically efficient than one with rim brakes. One of the other key features is the Contact SL Aero handlebar and stem. As you can see, it's got low frontal area here and a very deep design, and they've hidden away the cables inside. All that you've got with the cables is this. On either side of the stem is probably 2 or 3 inches. On this side you've got an inline adjuster, barrel adjuster for the front mech, but you know, that's your lot. As you can see, we've got a whole mountain of spacers on here to bring their front end up, which we'll probably play around with a bit before we get on this bike. It's actually this front part that's doing the traditional job of the spacers. This is the rigid area. This bit at the back that actually looks pretty much the same is a rubber shroud. The steerer goes through the front section there, if you look, and this rubber rear section just hides the cables away at the back there. So if you want to adjust the height of the stem, how do you do that? There's no bolts anywhere to be seen, so what you have to do is flip up that little trap door, and there's a bolt hidden away under there, and it's the same on the other side. Might be a little more involved to adjust things than it is with a traditional setup, but you know, on the plus side you're getting the advancement in terms of the aerodynamics. The wheels are the Giant's own SLR1 disc with a very clicky freewheel, if you like that sort of thing. What's quite interesting is that the rear one is 65mm deep for aero efficiency, whereas the front one is 42mm deep. The idea being that it'll be less affected by crosswinds, so you'll have less handling issues when on a blowy day. In terms of the build, this model is built up with Shimano Ultegra group set, Ultegra being Shimano's second tier road group. It looks like we've got a 5236 chainset on the front there, matched up to an 1128 cassette, which sounds about right, sounds like a suitable ratios that you're going to get there. A bike like this is really about aerodynamics more than weight, but for what it's worth, this bike has been on the scales back at road.cc and it comes in at 8.48 kilograms, which is 18.7 pounds. We'll be really interested to find out how this bike handles out on the road, and that's exactly what we'll be doing with it next. So check back on road.cc for a review very shortly.